Have you ever wondered how a lot of UX designers launch their portfolio websites in less than 24 hours at no cost? When I started out my UX design career, I had neither the technical expertise nor resources to build a website from scratch. I attempted using website templates and builders, but it was frustrating because I spent more time learning the tool than building out my portfolio. The day I discovered Notion marked the end of the struggle. I was able to launch my portfolio website in less than 24 hours at no cost. Yes! This isn't magic and you can do the same. I'll guide you through the step-by-step process of creating an impressive UX design portfolio using Notion, all for free. In order to make the process smooth, we are going to get ready the assets we need for our portfolio. You'll need a professional headshot. This can easily be done in Figma. In Figma, create a frame. I made mine 250 by 250 pixel. Set the corner radius to 250 pixel to get a perfect circle. Then place the image in the frame. Export and set aside. It's that simple. You also require cover images for your case study. You should also have a document with your case study write-up and a file of images you would like to import to your case study. Links to personal information such as social and professional networking sites would also be good to curate just so that it makes the process faster. And then a link to your PDF resume uploaded on Google Drive. Now we have this all set, let's get to it. This is a sample of the portfolio that we want to create. I have an avatar, then I have my name and a strong personal statement. I've surfaced my personal link above the fold so that it's visible and the recruiter can easily get in touch with me if they love what they are saying. The currently section is one that you can take below if you are just starting out in UX design because you probably do not have a lot of experience to showcase there. Just below that, we have a gallery of the featured work. I would recommend 3 to 5 case studies, and then make sure that these case studies are selected to fit the direction you would want your career to go. This is a case study. I'm going to show you how to prepare the case study. So if you already have your visual assets ready and your text in the document that I talked about earlier, this should be a fast process, and as I said before, it should take you less than 24 hours to ship your portfolio. Last but not the least, I have a recommendation section. So I just put 2 recommendations so that it's not too much, but yeah, you can also put this recommendation within the case study itself. So it's up to you how you want to customize this section. Okay, the first step is to sign up or log in. So if you don't have a Notions account already, I want you to go to notions.so to create an account. If you already have an account, we want you to log in. After logging in, you'll be taken to your workspace. If you want to keep your portfolio separate from other existing work, consider creating a new workspace dedicated to your portfolio. I'm gonna go ahead to create a new workspace so that I can have a separate space for this portfolio tutorial. Getting started, this shows me like what I need to do to get started. But since we are going to be using an existing template, we want to access the template gallery. We're going to select template gallery from the options, and then in the sidebar we're going to type design portfolio, or we can browse through, and we are going to select design template and click get template to import it into our workspace. Now that we have this in our workspace, we're going to customize the templates. Now here's where the bulk of the work begins. You will now have a new page in your workspace with the selected portfolio template that you can make your own. Let's begin this customization. This is what we are trying to achieve, so I'm going to be using this as like a reference as we go along this tutorial. We're going to change this cover because we don't want it, so we're going to remove it. But if you want, you can actually change it to something that works for you. It's linked to Unsplash, so you can look for UX design. Yep, so like something like this might be something that works for you, you know, that shows your UX design process. So you can also upload yours. So if you have like a process that you want to show, then you can upload yours and put it up there. I'm going to leave that there for a second, but eventually I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to replace this with the avatar I told you about. I'm going to do custom. Remember, we already prepared that in Figma, and we're going to just upload it here to replace that one that we already have, now it's uploaded. You see it's really nice. So I'm going to change cover. I'm going to remove that totally. This is looking clean already. Next thing is I'm going to customize this section where it says design portfolio. I personally wanted like a bold statement so that they can see what I am passionate about as a person. So rather than using just a strong statement there, I put my name there. So I'm gonna just copy it over because I assume that you don't want to see me typing this. I feel like it's faster to just copy the text over, so that's what I'll be doing for most of this tutorial. I've pressed enter to kind of give it a bit of space. So I'm gonna delete this portion because we don't need that. I'm also gonna delete this. So here, right below that, I'm going to use the /. I want to create 2 columns, so I'm going to type C2, and it's going to give me the option to select this 2 column option. So now I have 2 columns, so 1, 2. You can see that what we have here shows our location and also shows some of our social link or professional links. So because this is like a basic block of text, I don't need to do anything separate. /emoji, we see emoji, and yeah, I can just type the country. It brings out Canada, and then I put Ontario, Canada. And then here I'm just going to go ahead and type all the links that I want to put there. So for example, I want to put my LinkedIn, and I'm going to use the pipe to separate them. LinkedIn, Behance, my resume, email. So now that we have them all typed, click on the text. Automatically you see this link there, put the link, and voila, that's it. Because I want it to be obvious that's a link and it's clickable, what I can do is, if I want, I could underline it, and I could change the color, which is what I'm going to do. So for example, you can add blue because blue is like the obvious color, but the reason why I didn't use blue is because when you add a link on, it just looks like it fades a bit, the color fades a bit, so it looks lighter, and I'm just thinking, is that an accessible color? So personally, I want to use something that's slightly darker, so I decided to use the green. And then also the reason why I chose green was because as at then my personal brand was like a teal green color, so this tied in really well with the branding I was trying to go for. And you would see that even with my resume, that branding tied in very, very well. And all you need to do for the rest of them is just do the same quick link. So the email is slightly different. What you want to do for the email is do a link, but then you would just type mail to and then put your email. So for example, let's say your email is the Nook with Grace by samoj@gmail.com. So it links that for you. So here I have a sample resume that I have uploaded, and I just want to show you how I would typically copy the link. Before you copy the link, the first thing you need to do is rename it. Don't use a generic name, because when the recruiter downloads this resume, they want to know whose resume it is. So personally, I would use my last name, my first name, and then I'm going to add resume attached to it, just in case you're searching for that. So now that I have that updated, I'm going to open that up. Before you copy the link, make sure that the access isn't restricted, so that anyone who comes to your portfolio website is able to download your resume. So I'm going to click on this restricted and do anyone with a link. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to done. Now that I have the link, I'm going to do the same process to attach my resume as a link here. The other alternative would be to add a page. So when you add a page, you're going to call it your name. So I'm going to call it that. I'm going to just kind of upload my, so you can upload it as an image or as a PDF. So I'll upload it as I'm going to upload it as a file. So I'm going to choose of that file. So I'm going to upload it there, and then I can then link this page. So you can copy this link. So I'm going to go back here and then use that link instead. So that's an option to put this link here. So the first option is this. This opens up in Google. The second option is if we link this independent page from Notions, and then we can then open it up in Notion. So either works. It's just up to you how you want to do it. Next, we want to create the currently section. So this currently section is something that I added, and I feel like it worked for me at the time. But if you feel like it doesn't suit your needs, then please feel free to remove it or maybe deprioritize it. So I added it because I had my second job as a UX designer at a free career, and I wanted to showcase the fact that I was building a product that was relevant, which is why you see that here I have highlighted what the value of this product is. So we are currently catering to what, 8,000 sellers in 75 plus countries. I wanted to also showcase a bit of my personality here. I wanted them to go to my YouTube channel to see how I am able to communicate and how I'm able to talk. And the last one I have here is that I'm giving back. A lot of companies are interested in people who volunteer, so I wanted to showcase my volunteering experience here. Make sure you're really specific with what you want out of the links or the things that you're highlighting there. Okay, now that we have this section sorted, I want us to do the last bit of it, which is the recommendation. And since we already have this at the top, I'm going to delete it from here. So we're going to use H2 for recommendation. Actually, let's change it. So you can change this from 2 to 3 if you want. For that portion, I use the callouts. Before I create a callout, I want to create 2 columns. I'm going to do /C2. So it's going to give me 2 columns, and then I'm going to do the /forward now, and then select columns. I'm sorry, select callouts. So I'm going to duplicate the callout here and here. So rather than typing, I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to copy this person here. I'm going to put her name there, and I'm going to copy all this. So if you just press enter like that, it's going to skip down. So I'm going to press shift enter. I'm able to continue within the callouts or typing within the callouts. And then this is what she said about me. I'm just going to create shift enter, and paste. You see how easy that is? I'm going to do the same for the other section, and there you go. But then if you want, you can leave the blocks this way, but personally I just want them to have the same height, so somewhat like a fixed height. So I'm going to do shift enter to make them the same height. So now that we have this, we're going to go to the last portion, which is the project. The great thing is that the project has already been pre-formatted for us. All we need to do is then edit it. I'm going to open this first one, and personally I don't want that, so I'm going to remove that icon. But if you want to keep the icon, that's up to you. So we're going to remove that. You're going to rename your project. So what you need to know is whatever image you add here is what you will see in the front cover. So here, right, that's what you see there. And then for my role, so they have presets, but you can add new roles. So for example, if you did the UI UX, you did the branding, you can create custom tags for tags that are not included here already. And then also you can also assign them their own colors from here. Edit it here, assign it a different colors that is different from the ones already existing. So let's leave it at that for now. What I then did was to add links to the accelerator program, because I added a new section to a program just in case someone wants to look, okay, where did this girl go to for her boot camp? And then I put the link to the interactive prototype just in case the recruiter wants to click on it to play around in the interactive prototype. By the way, this is an old project. Don't judge me on the quality of this project. Yeah, actually a great thing is that they already have the layouts for you. All you need to do is actually add your images, add your text, and then complete the process. And I have a video that talks about in-depthly what should go into a case study. Experiment with layouts, colors, and font to ensure your portfolio reflects your personality, style, and professionalism. Preview your portfolio to ensure everything looks as you want it to. Test on different devices. Once you're satisfied with how your portfolio looks, you can share the link with potential employers, clients, and colleagues. What I would suggest is to use a link shortener like bit.ly to help you create a much more memorable URL. Remember, this is a basic guide and you can customize your portfolio even further based on your specific needs and preferences. If you like this video, you probably want to watch this next one, because I'm going to be reacting to my first ever portfolio that got me hired, identifying some of the mistakes that I made and what I'll do differently today.